Morning settled fully into the mansion, but Vine still sat on the bed as if moving too fast might break the reality around her. She looked at her hand, at the ring, at the soft sheets, then at Jungkook again like she was confirming he was still there and not just something her exhausted mind created. He poured water from the bedside flask and handed it to her. Jungkook, drink first. Your head will hurt otherwise. She obeyed quietly, both hands around the glass. Wine. I keep thinking I will wake up there. Jungkook, you didn't. You won't. Wine. My mother used to say comfort makes girls weak. Jungkook, control makes people cruel. She looked up at that, surprised, then lowered her gaze again. A gentle knock came from the inner service door. Jungkook, come. A housekeeper entered silently with folded clothes and placed them on the side chair before leaving without a word. Wine stiffened automatically at the presence of staff. He noticed Jungkook. No one here orders you. They assist the house, not control it. Wine, I don't know how to live like this. Jungkook, you learn slowly. She glanced at the folded outfit, simple, soft, modest, chosen carefully, not flashy, not forced. Wine, did you pick this? Jungkook, yes. Wine, it looks like something I would choose. Jungkook, I know. That startled her again. Wine, how? Jungkook, you choose comfort over display. Even your wedding dress, you kept adjusting the sleeves. Then reality returned to her mind like a sudden drop. Wine, my parents, will they call? Jungkook, probably her jaw tightened. Wine, I don't want to talk. Jungkook, then don't. Wine, they will say I am ungrateful. Jungkook, they already decided the story. You don't need to perform in it. Her eyes grew glassy again, but she held the tears this time. Wine, what if they try to stop my college? Jungkook's tone changed, steel under calm. Jungkook, they can't. Wine, what if they come here? Jungkook, they can't. Wine, what if Jungkook? Wine? She stopped. Jungkook, you are under my protection now. That is not a small sentence. Her breathing slowed. Wine, okay. He stepped back toward the door. Jungkook, get ready. Breakfast in the study lounge. Then we review your subjects. She stared. Wine, we? Jungkook, yes. Wine, you're serious about the teaching me too? Jungkook, I told you. I know most of the syllabus. A tiny fragile smile appeared. Wine, Mafia King and part-time teacher? One corner of his mouth lifted. Jungkook, don't advertise that combination. For the first time, a soft, almost laugh escaped at her. It surprised them both. Breakfast was served in a quiet study lounge instead of the main dining hall. Sunlight filtered through tall windows, falling across a long wooden table already arranged with notebooks, printed syllabi, and neatly stacked subjects guides. Wine paused at the doorway. Wine, this looks like an exam war room. Jungkook pulled out a chair for her. Jungkook, that's exactly what it is. She sat slowly, still not used to being given space instead of orders. He placed a folder in front of her and opened it. Jungkook, your previous records, board pattern, entrance syllabus, internal requirements. Wine, you collected everything overnight? Jungkook, I don't like working incomplete. He slid a printed sheet toward her. Jungkook, tell me your strongest subject. Wine. Biology before I stop studying properly. Jungkook nodded once. Jungkook, good. Weakest? Wine. Mathematics. Jungkook, expected. She looked up offended but shy. Wine. You didn't even test me. Jungkook, your margin notes in the old scanned papers. You skip steps when unsure. That's maths fear. Wine, you read my old papers too? Jungkook, yes. Wine, that's scary. Jungkook, that's preparation. He opened his math book, turned it around toward her, and drew the notebook closer. Jungkook, we rebuild from foundation, no shame, no rushing. Wine, I forgot many formulas. Jungkook. Then we remembered them again. He wrote slowly, clean handwriting, step by step, not like a lecturer, but like someone removing her fear from each line. Jungkook. You don't memorize maths, you understand pattern. Look here. Wine. Oh, that's why this moves to the other side. Jungkook, yes, maths is balance, not punishment. She tried the next one, got stuck halfway, froze. He didn't take the pen from her. Jungkook, stop your thinking. One, I multiplied too early. Jungkook, good, fix it. Jungkook, yes. She corrected herself and reached the right answer. Her eyes widened like she had just unlocked something. Why, I got it. Jungkook, of course. They moved to biology next. Here she came alive. Posture straighter, voice more confident. Wine, this chapter, I love this one. Jungkook, teach it to me. Wine, what? Jungkook, best way to learn is to teach. She explained, at first hesitant, then flowing diagrams in the air, terms returning from memory. He listened seriously, asking sharp questions that pushed her deeper instead of stopping her. Wine, you actually listen? Jungkook, I don't waste people's effort. At one point, she yawned mid-sentence and covered her mouth, embarrassed. Wine, sorry. Jungkook, brain burns energy. Eat. He pushed the plate closer without looking up from the page. A small gesture, practiced, caring. She smiled softly while taking a slice. Wine, no one ever studied with me like this. Jungkook, they should have. Wine, why are you this patient? He answered without lifting his pen. Jungkook, because no one was patient with you. Her chest tightened quietly at that, not paying recognition. She bent back over the notebook with new determination, and for the first time, studying did not feel like something stolen from her. 2 hours later, the table was covered in solved sheets, open books, and crossed out mistakes that had turned into correct answers. Wine leaned back in her chair, exhausted but glowing. The good kind of tired. The kind that comes after using your mind, not fighting your heart. She rubbed her fingers. Wine. My brain is finished. Jungkook closed the notebook. Jungkook, good. That means it worked. Wine. That means it died. Jungkook. It will resurrect after food. He checked the time and stood. Jungkook, get ready. Wine for what? Another subject? Jungkook, no. She narrowed her eyes suspiciously. Wine then? Jungkook, reward. Wine, for me, Jungkook, you studied without running away. That qualifies. Her expression turned shy and bright at once. Wine, where are we going? Jungkook, outside. She froze. Wine, outside, outside? Jungkook, yes. Wine, like public? Jungkook, control public. She stood up so fast her chair almost slipped. Wine, 2 minutes? He almost smiled. The car ride felt different today. No wedding dress, no tears, just a simple outfit and loose hair. She kept looking out of the window like someone rediscovering the world after being locked inside it. Security vehicles followed at a distance. Jungkook ignored them. They stopped at a quiet private street with small bouquet cafes and specialty shops reserved, low crowd, discreet. Wine stepped out and looked around with wide eyes. Wine, this feels illegal. Jungkook, it's dessert, not crime. They walked slowly. She stayed half a step behind at first, then beside him, then a little closer when Swinger passed. He noticed but said nothing. They stopped near a small artisan ice cream shop. She stared at it, then looked at him, then back at it, then at him again. Wine, can I say something without you judging me? Jungkook, unlikely, but try. Wine, I want ice cream. Jungkook, that's why we stopped. Wine, no, I mean, I really want ice cream. Jungkook, that's usually what the word means. Wine, double scoop. Jungkook, approved. Wine, with toppings. Jungkook, you're negotiating like a lawyer. Wine, I studied hard. Jungkook, you did inside. She pressed her hands to the glass display like a child, reading every flavor with full seriousness. Wine, how do people choose only one? Jungkook, they don't overthink. Wine, this is not overthinking, this is strategy. She ordered after deep debate. He ordered something simple. She stepped outside and sat at small corner table. She took the first bite and her entire face lit up. Oh, Wine, oh, this is happiness. Jungkook watched her reaction instead of his own cup. Jungkook, you measure happiness in dairy. Wine, correct. A bit of cream touched the corner of her lip. She didn't notice her hand. He handed her a napkin without comment. Wine, thank you. A pause, then she spoke more quietly. Wine, no one ever took me out as a reward for studying. Jungkook, get used to upgraded systems. Wine, if I score full marks, what happens? Jungkook, we upgrade to cake. Wine, deal. She held out her pinky seriously. He looked at it, then hooked his little finger with hers once. The ride back was quiet and comfortable. Wine leaned her head against the window, finished with her ice cream, mood lighter than it had been in weeks. The mansion gates opened again, and this time she did not feel fear stepping inside, only unfamiliar curiosity. After changing, she wandered down the hallway, unsure where Jungkook had gone. A door stood half at the end, darker, interior, cooler, lighting his room. She hesitated, then peeked in. The space was nothing like hers, charcoal and deep wood tones. A large deck had multiple screens and a laptop glowing with data and moving charts. Jungkook sat there, sleeves rolled, fully focused, eyes sharp, the gentle tutor from morning replay by someone colder, more dangerous, more powerful. His fingers moved quickly across the keyboard, messages flashing across secure windows. He didn't look up. Jungkook, if you're going to spy, at least walk properly. The floor gives you away. She jumped and entered fully. Wine, I wasn't spying. Jungkook, you were hovering. Wine, that sounds less criminal. He hummed faintly. She began roaming around the room slowly, touching nothing, just observing. One shelf had files, another had few medals, one framed photo of him with his parents years ago. She turned back towards him. Wine, can I ask something? Oh, Jungkook. You usually do anyway. Wine, give me your phone. He finally looked up, eyebrow raised. Jungkook, that's direct. Why, I want to call Taeyong. Understanding replaced the tease. He reached for his phone automatically, then mid motion. Jungkook, you don't have your own? She shook her head like it was normal. Why no? Jungkook, broken? Why, never had one. He stared at her. Jungkook, never? Why, in our family, girls aren't allowed phones. It's bad for them. Then he leaned back and actually laughed low, disbelieving. Jungkook, bad for them? Why, that's what they say. Jungkook, your family thinks education is dangerous and phones are evil? Impressive consistency. She tried not to smile. Why, stop making fun. Jungkook, I'm not. I'm amazed by they function in the modern century. He unlocked his phone and handed it to her without another question. Jungkook called him. She took it carefully with both hands like it was precious. Wine. Thank you. Jungkook, you won't need to borrow it again. Wine. Jungkook, you're getting your own tonight. Her eyes widened. Wine. Really? Jungkook, yes. Wine, and no checking? Jungkook, I'm your husband, not your warden. That went quite between them for a second. She looked down, died for memory, and pressed call, heart already racing across the room. Jungkook returned to his laptop, but his gaze softened slightly as he heard her small trembling. Wine, Thai? The call rang twice, 3 times, then it connected. Taehyung. Hello. Wine's finger tightened around the phone. Wine, Thai. Silence and a sharp inhale on the other side. Wine, Nona. Her eyes filled instantly. Wine, Taehyung. Are you okay? Are you really okay? I couldn't call you. They took your... Wine, I'm okay. Her voice trembled but held. Wine, I'm safe across the room. Jungkook kept working, but his typing slowed. Attention split without looking obvious. Taeyong, did they treat you well? Did anyone say anything? Did you cry? You cried, right? A tiny laugh broke through her tears. Wine, you're asking too many questions, Taeyong, because they didn't let me ask even one. She turned slightly, lowering her voice. Wine, listen, he's good. Taeyong, he? Wine, Jungkook, Taeyong, good how? Polite good or actually good? Wine, actually good. She glanced at him unconsciously while saying it. He was reading something on screen. Jaw said dangerous again, but she had seen the other side too. Wine, he made me a study room, full books. He took college admission for me as well. Dead silence on the line. Taeyong, say that again. Wine, college admission. Taeyong, no, no, don't joke like this. Wine, I'm not joking. She wiped a tear from the back of her hand. Wine, he's teaching me himself. Taeyong's voice broke a little. Taeyong, I knew you deserved that. Wine, I ate ice cream too. Taeyong, okay, now you're flexing. She smiled fully this time. Wine, I wanted to tell you secretly. Taeyong, I'm glad you called. I couldn't even come near your room last night. They were watching me like guards. Her expression fell slightly. Wine, don't fight with me. Don't fight them for me. Taeyong, too late. Taeyong, I didn't shout. I just stopped talking. She understood what that meant. With him, silence was rebellion. Taeyong, did they give you a phone? Wine, I'm borrowing from the desk. Jungkook spoke without looking up. Jungkook, temporary. Taeyong heard the deep voice through the receiver and straightened instantly. Taeyong, is that? Wine, yes. Taeyong, he sounds crazy, scary. Wine, he teaches maths patiently. Taehyung, that's scarier. A faint breath of amusement left. Jungkook knows almost a laugh, eyes still on screen. Taehyung, Nona, are you really not crying right now? She swallowed. Wine. No, not the bad crying, Taehyung, because good. Because if you cry, I'll come there. Wine. You don't even know the address, Taehyung. I'll still come. Her voice softened deeply. Wine. Study well. Don't stop because of me, Taehyung. I study for you. That hit straight into her chest. Wine. I'll call again. Taehyung. Promise? Wine. Promise. They stayed silent a second longer, neither wanting to hang up first. Then the call ended. She lowered the phone slowly. For a moment, she just stood there breathing. Jungkook finally looked up. Jungkook. Better? Wine, much. He held out his hand slightly. Jungkook, come here a second. She walked closer and placed the phone in his palm. Jungkook, tonight you get your own. Number only for people you choose. Wine, including Tae? Jungkook, especially Tae. Her eyes turned soft again. Wine, thank you for not controlling everything. His gaze held her steady, unreadable, sincere. Jungkook, control is cheap. Trust is expensive. She didn't fully understand the line, but she felt it. Wine lingered near the desk long after the call ended, watching Jungkook's work. The screens reflected in his eyes, fingers moving fast, expression sharp again the dangerous distant version of him back in place. She rocked slightly on her knees, heels, thinking, Wine, can I ask something very small? Jungkook. The small questions are usually not small. Wine, can I sleep in your room tonight? He looked up immediately, surprised or annoyed. Jungkook, you don't like your room? Wine, I like it. Jungkook, then why? Wine shuffled a step closer, a voice softer. Wine, it's too quiet. Wine, my brain gets loud and quiet. That made sense to him. Jungkook, I work late. Whole nights sometimes. Laptop slides, calls, typing. It will disturb you. She waved her hand dismissively and walked closer like she was cancelling his argument physically. Wine, shh. He blinked. Wine, I sleep better with lights. Jungkook, you say that now. Wine, I say that always. He studied her face, no manipulation, a simple need. Jungkook, alright. Her whole face brightened instantly. Wine, okay means yes? Jungkook, okay means yes. She spun around and ran out before he could add any conditions. He shook his head faintly and went back to work. 10 minutes later, chaos returned. The door pushed open with her foot because both hands were full. Soft blanket, warm comforter, a pillow, a small snack box, a water bottle, and somehow a chocolate bar held between her teeth. Jungkook, are you relocating permanently? Wine dropped everything on the bed. Preparedness is important. Jungkook, you brought snacks to sleep? Wine, night is long. She arranged the bed like she owned it, spread her soft blanket over his darker bedding, fluffed the pillow twice, then climbed in sideways, sitting cross-legged and opening the snack box. He worked. She watched him work while eating. Wine, you look different when you work. Jungkook, less handsome? Wine, more scary. Jungkook, correct. The chip fell into the blanket. She was asleep, half turned toward him, snack box open, one hand still inside it. He noticed only when the crunching stopped. Jungkook turned and froze at the sight. Jungkook, unbelievable. He stood, removed the snack box gently, wiped the crumbs from the blanket, pulled the comforter over her shoulder. She didn't wake, only sighed and Burrowed deeper. Near midnight, he finally shut the laptop. Jungkook done. He stretched his neck, turned, and saw the battlefield. She had taken the entire bed diagonally. Blanket twisted, pillow sideways, one leg where his pillow should be, one arm flung across the middle like a barrier. Jungkook, you're small but you expand like gas. He nudged her shoulder. Jungkook, move. No response. He nudged again. Whine. No. Jungkook, this is my bed. Whine. Shared resource. Jungkook, that's not how a bed works. He tried to shift her gently towards one side. Bad decision. In her sleep, she grabbed his shirt collar, pulled him down, wrapped both arms around his neck, and threw one leg across his waist like a human seat belt. Jungkook went completely still. Jungkook, what? She sighed happily, still asleep, face tucked near his shoulder, one warm. He tried to free himself carefully. She tightened. He tried again. She tightened more. Whine. Jungkook,